Hey, what's up, guys? 98 Sports Talk here. I still see a lot of chatter on Jalen Hurts and Tua, that whole, quarterback conversation at Alabama. And, along those same lines, the same quarterback conversation is picking up steam now that Georgia has signed the nation's #1 recruit in Justin Fields. So you've got the Jake Fromm, Justin Fields conversation. This video, I want to stick to Tua and Jalen Hurts in Alabama. Tomorrow, I'll put out a video on Georgia's situation with Fromm and Fields. But, like I said, let's stick to Bama for this one. And, let's talk about kind of, what I think is going to happen, what has happened, and what's going to happen going forward. So, obviously, Hurts was the starter last year, played, the entire season until the second half of the national championship game. Tua came in and was, basically lights out, and won the game for Bama realistically. So, and a lot of people were talking about, why wasn't he starting this and that? I think the reason he was starting, or he was not starting, is because I believe Nick Saban is just one of those, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, guys. And I'm like that too. I mean, if something's working, just keep using it. There's no reason to make a change if something's working. And so, that's why, Saban had to be put in a situation where it wasn't working for Alabama's offense to go ahead and make a change. And that's why he, his hand was forced essentially. And that's why the change was made. I believe if you would have saw Alabama, if that game was close at halftime, I think you still would have seen Jalen Hurts out on the field. I don't think we would have seen Tua. I think it took a situation like that to get Tua on the field where Alabama, they were down, whether it was Georgia or whoever they were playing. Alabama needed a situation, I should say Nick Saban needed a situation where he had to put Tua on the field. He had to do something different. In other words, he couldn't, the definition of crazy, keep doing the same thing. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results, right? He's, Saban's obviously no dummy. So he saw that, his offense was not getting it done with Jalen Hurts. And so that was the reason he made the change. Again, because nothing was broken during the season. Alabama kept winning. They were fine. He wasn't going to make a change. But when something, when his team got down and he did not feel like that his offense could bring him back, it's time to make a change. So I believe that's the situation that unfolded at the end of the, last season and how Tua got on the field. And to be honest, it would have been a strange situation because there was talk of Tua transferring if he did not get on the field. So you got to wonder, what would have happened if Tua never hit the field, if Bama just would have, had a lead at halftime and, Hurts stays on the field and Tua never sees the field. You really got to wonder if Tua would be transferring at this point. It'd be a much, much different conversation. But here we are, Tua obviously saved the day for Alabama, won the national championship. And in my mind, there is zero chance, and I don't even mean, 0.5% chance. I mean 0 chance that Jalen Hurts is the starter. So why are we still talking about it? Why is Saban talking about it? The reason Saban, and I think, and Saban, again, Saban's no dummy. This guy's he's a football genius. The only reason that he is talking in the media and acting like he's going to give Jalen Hurts a shot at the starting quarterback position is to keep Hurts on the roster. He doesn't want Hurts transferring because he doesn't want to be down to Tua. Then you have to go to Mac Brown and this transfer coming in from East Carolina. So all this talk of, giving Jalen Hurts a fair shot to win back the starting position it's really just lip service. And if you put a gun to Saban's head, he probably still wouldn't admit that that's the case. But it's very obvious to me that that's the case. Now, realistically, is he telling the truth to the media? He probably is. He probably would realistically give Jalen Hurts an equal opportunity because, heck, who doesn't want the best quarterback starting for your team, right? I mean, anybody does. So if Jalen Hurts is the better quarterback, then yeah, Nick Saban would give him back his job and let him, be the starting quarterback for 2018. But the fact of the matter is, Tua is just a much better quarterback than Jalen Hurts will ever be. And that's the reason that Tua is going to be starting next season. It's just a matter of talent. Jalen just does not have the ability that Tua has to throw down the field, and Tua has all the ability that Jalen has, from being a run, a guy that can, when he gets pressured, he can make something happen. He can run out of the pocket. He can scramble. He can move around. He can keep plays alive and still keep his eyes downfield and find an open receiver. So, Tua bottom line, again, he's just a better quarterback. He brings an extra dimension to Alabama's offense. He brings that threat of a vertical passing game, and defenses have to respect that, and Nick Saban knows that. So when I hear people discussing it, it's kind of funny that I'm not sure if they really don't, they're really not football people or sports people, or they really don't kind of dissect what's going on. But the bottom line is Jalen Hurts has absolutely zero chance of starting unless Tua gets hurt. And obviously, if Tua gets hurt, all bets are off. It's Jalen Hurts' gig. But as long as Tua's healthy, Tua's going to be the man there in Alabama until he decides to, probably, and he might even, I haven't thought about this really, but, and actually, I don't know if it's a good idea to go as a junior. It might be, though. I mean, you could see Tua leave as a junior to go to the NFL. I mean, he's that good. He really is a good quarterback. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. If you guys think I'm just crazy for saying there is zero chance, and I do mean that, guys. I mean, there is no chance, period, that Jalen Hurts is a starter. Again, it's only, he's only giving him lip service because Saban does not want Jalen Hurts to transfer, because if he transfers, you're looking at a roster of quarterbacks of, Tua, then you go to Mac Jones, who's never played a snap, and then you've got the transfer coming in from East Carolina. So he's really, while he's got a star quarterback, he's very thin. If Tua goes down, and those running quarterbacks, I mean, they could get hurt. It's iffy. But again, let me know what you guys think, and also don't forget, I'm going to put that Fromm and Fields out. I'm going to dissect, what I think is going on there at Georgia, and what and I've got a pretty good read on that situation, what I think you're going to see on the field in 2018 for Georgia's quarterback. Let's just call it a quarterback conversation. I won't call it a controversy. Let's just call it a conversation. But let me know in the comments section what if you guys think I'm nuts saying that Jalen Hurts has zero chance, because I really believe he does have zero chance. This is Tua's team now. And if you guys like, give this video a thumbs up if you like. If you don't like my opinion, give it a thumbs down. Either way, it helps me trying to build up this SEC community here, cranking out vids daily. I hope you guys enjoy the content, and I'll see you in the next video.